Hallo und willkommen zurück zu Underrail. Wir sind bei der Erkundung von Core City und jetzt im Hafen. Private Lloyd, der wollte uns nicht durchlassen. Heavy Gunner, hier unten war aber noch einer mit Namen. Superintendent Rubin. The man addresses you with an irritated voice. What do you want? Never mind. Captain Ratsko. The rugged ferryman greets you with a long, thoughtful stare. After a brief moment of inspection, he points his finger at you and speaks. Aren't you that dude who punched his wife in the face on my boat a couple of months ago? He suddenly shakes his head as he realizes his error. Nah, my bad. That dude looks a lot like you, though. Anyway, I'm Ratsko. Need a ride? Not at the moment. Maybe next time. Need to go to the junkyard? Sure, I can get you there, but it'll cost you 20 charons. I've changed my mind. Maybe some other time. At the moment, maybe next time. Da kann man nicht rein. Da haben wir Barrels. Nehmen wir Traveler. Sagt nix. Sniper. Kamera, das ist ein Elevator, Lockpick, aber es ist nicht gesichert. Da können wir also knacksen. Fancy Lighter, this fancy old lighter isn't functional, unfortunately, aber es bringt XP. Level up. So. Ich glaube... Dexterity 7 war das Ziel. Escape Artist. So, was haben wir hier? Crossbows wieder erhöhen. Dann können wir das hier auf 70 erhöhen. So. Stealth. Lassen wir mal. Die Werte sind jetzt eigentlich auch in einem Bereich, wo ich, wo es kaum noch etwas Höheres gibt. Traps ähnlich. Ich weiß nicht, ob es Sinn macht, die überhaupt noch auszubauen. Wir könnten theoretisch auch Persuasion mal erhöhen. Durch den Will-Wert würde das halt entsprechend wieder abgesenkt werden. Aber ich glaube, das können wir machen. Ich meine, das ist eine Investition jetzt von einem Level, mal die Restpunkte reingesteckt. Die Frage ist natürlich, ob 28 irgendwas nutzt. Möglich, dass das ja quasi umsonst ist. Ich mach das aber mal. Ich meine, das ist nur ein Level. Und dann haben wir natürlich die Frage, was wir hier noch erhöhen. Eigentlich hatte ich mir gedacht, Doktor noch zu nehmen, bevor ich das Spiel angefangen habe, aber ich heile mich so wenig, dass sich das eigentlich nicht lohnt. Hit and run. Every time you kill an enemy with your melee or ranged weapon, your movement points are reset to 25. Das hatte ich mir eigentlich auch als cool vorgestellt, aber dafür sind die Gegner eigentlich zu wenig, als sich das lohnen würde. Moves additional action point cost when firing special bolts. Das hier wäre auf jeden Fall mal nötig. Das hier wäre natürlich auch sehr cool, aber es ist halt nichts, was uns in dem Kampf dann weiterhilft. Disassemble, damit könnten wir Einzelteile rausbekommen. Naja. Traps Expert. Reduce the time required to arm and disarm traps by 60% and increases the detection difficulty of the traps you set by 25%. Ist auch noch nett. Dann hätten wir dieses Ambush. When attacking an illuminated target from out of the darkness, the ranged weapon, you ignore half the target's evasion and your critical chance is increased by 20% plus 0.3% for each stealth skill point. Wir haben 100 oder sowas wegen diesem Dings. Es wären also schlussendlich 30% zusätzlich, 5 plus Crit. Das hier ist natürlich extrem gut. Und dann haben wir dieses Escape Artist. Grants the ability to remove all immobilization effects. Damit könnten wir einfach wieder abhauen. Was war denn dieses mit den Fallen? Deadly Snares. Crossbows 75, Traps 50. Okay. Always critically hits against targets caught in bear traps and acid entanglements. Das hier könnten wir auch beim nächsten Mal schon nehmen. Machen wir mal auf 50. Es bringt so jetzt effektiv keine Punkte. Schaltet mir den Feed aber frei. Nee. Achso, Crossbows brauchen noch 75. Ja. Dann nehme ich erstmal Escape Artist. Womit man zur Not weglaufen könnte. Oder das einfach eine Falle hinlegen, das wäre auch sehr cool. Ne, nehmen wir das hier. Denn damit könnte man effektiv so ziemlich alles loswerden mit den Bärenfallen. So. Welche Stufe sind wir jetzt? 12 oder was? Ja. Da ist noch genug zu wählen. Okay. Medical Locker. Nehmen wir. City Plans. Nehmen wir auch. So, Elevator. Aber hier ging es ja auch noch weiter. Zum einen die Tür und zum anderen da lang. Hier muss es ja irgendwo noch die Kanalisation geben. Das geht ja vermutlich dann noch tiefer als das hier. Ach, das ist locked, okay. Oh. Auch locked. Okay, das scheint die Kanalisation zu sein. Bisher aber sehr friedlich. Redhound Alpha. Junk. Naja. Bzzz. Da war die Ebene da drüber auf jeden Fall gefährlicher. Bisher. Okay, da kommt man das gar nicht durch. Mhm. Aber ich erkunde erstmal das hier zu Ende. Auch abgeschlossen. Redhound. Weil die können wir auch umbrezeln. Mhm. Na. Oh. Na, dann lade ich nochmal. Eigentlich hätten zu dem Zeitpunkt die Red Hounds schon tot sein können, wenn er getroffen hätte. Ah, 65%. Das ist... Ich meine, kann halt passieren mit der Trefferchance, dass er daneben geht. Jetzt muss ich jetzt mal wieder warten. Jetzt. Okay. Gut. Sauber. Und überladen. Da bewegen wir uns natürlich jetzt kaum noch von der Stelle. Ja, dann ab nach Hause. Zu einer Tonne. Oh, nur noch 4 Bolzen. Dann müssen wir mal nachrüsten. Puh. Na, gucken, ob wir diesen Elevator benutzen können, um hochzufahren. Commons, City Gate, Metro, Merchants Arena. Gehen wir mal dahin. Na, vielleicht kriege ich da gleich irgendwas verkauft. Hi there, Peter. What's up? Or was it Branislav? Meh, it all sounds the same anyway. The Faceless are creatures twisted by their addiction to technology. Their doom is imminent. Okay. Mhm. Das wiegt auch wieder 20. Cortec, Sentry, Sniper. Oh, da hinten sind noch 2 Barrels. Electronics, ein Shop, wie es aussieht. Schauen wir mal, ob wir hier ein bisschen von dem Krams verkauft bekommen. Before you is an older man who seems to be rummaging through some boxes. He tries to speak to you, but as soon as he opens his mouth, a violent cough takes control of his body and shakes it like a ragdoll, while he is forced to lean forward and let you out a few torturous coughs that sound like he swallowed a bag full of razors. You stand and watch him, feeling a sympathetic choking sensation in your throat, as if you are the one enduring such abuse. That coughing sounds painful, man. With red face and eyes full of tears, he finally responds. It is not as bad as it sounds, just lovely. Don't mind me. I'll be fine, I guess. Anyway, the store is closed. I'm just going through some junk here. The rats. What do you sell here, and when will you be open? This used to... just lovely. Anyway, this used to be a mechanical store. Here you could buy components, get your devices and other machinery fixed, and again, you get the idea. When will it be open? The way things currently are, probably never, which is a shame if you ask me. I have more questions if you don't mind. Kordanor is the name. I don't mind. I am Miyoka Young. 20 years, that's how long the store has been open. Seems like yesterday. But why are you closed for good? One word, oil. Well, just lovely. One word, oligarchy. Those fat rats have destroyed all my hard, honest work. My business was flourishing before they turned their sights on me. See, they even got me sick. How many? And did they destroy your business? Why? They are control freaks, that's why. And they're paranoid. All 3 of them. Everything they've ever told tell us in gibberish. Like, for example, they tell us they care about citizens, that they will protect us. And then you see the zoners rotting away and not one of them blinks. The new lands, laws, taxes, yeah, all for our well-being. And the faceless, no comment on how that was handled. As for me, I never belonged to them. They couldn't own me. That's what doomed me. If I'm not with them, I'm against them. All gibberish to me, but not to them, I suppose. You can imagine the rest of the story. I'm tired of talking about this. What can you tell me about the oligarchy? A violent cough overcomes him again, forcing sounds of him that feel like he's about to turn inside out. It lasts for a whole minute, then he continues. Please don't ask me about those. He continues coughing and waves a few times, signaling he'd rather not answer the question. I'll be leaving you, take care. Hello again. Electronics. Supersonics. Halim. Skinny body, large head. There are the first things that come to your mind after looking at this man. His aging skin is covered by simple, modest clothes, which only an ornamented metal bracelet on his right hand standing out. Modest too is a smile. Was? Modest too is a smile, after which he speaks with a light, relaxed voice. I welcome you to my store, traveler. Halim is my name, and I am at your service. I'd like to ask you some questions about the city, and I will be glad to answer them. What can you tell me about Dropzone? Ignore everything else. Dropzone is the true face of Core City. It is the place of poor. It is the place of unwanted. Oligarchs can show off shiny tech made by Cortec, draw people to arena and create an illusion of a functional society. No, it is not the real truth. It draws eyes away from the real truth. To understand any society, you must look how they treat those who cannot serve it, but instead need help. What can you tell me about arena? Arena means physical death for those who fight, and mental for those who watch it. What can you tell me about a gauntlet? They call it a best new thing, hardcore entertainment. No, it is not. It is as violent as arena. It is inharmonious. It celebrates torment. Watch people get killed in rooms full of traps. Monstrous. I have nothing more to say about it. What can you tell me about the oligarchy? Oligarchy are 3 men who rule Core City and have been doing so for 15 years. Order which they brought with them is deceiving. What they did is simply move all violence from the streets and place it into hearts of the people, where it's easier to control. Arena proves it. Gauntlet proves it. You will often hear approval of their rule, but that only means you are not talking to the right people. Look around the city instead. It will speak clearer than any of us can. What can you tell me about core tech? They advance technology, manufacture, produce products which make life easier. On one side, they can make beauty, harmony, but on the other, they make weapons, instruments of dissonance and murder. They are those who sell you an energy shield to protect you from the weapons they created. They are core tech. What can you tell me about JKK? JKK broadcasts violence and death, as if there isn't enough of it in Underrail. Why not air something artistic, musical, lyrical, educational? Something to ease soul and motivate a man to create, to learn. But people have been raised to desire even more death, even more bloodbath, so JKK feeds them just that. What can you tell me about JKK? JKK broadcasts violence and death. Well, what can you tell me about Praetorian security? Brutes who tell us what not to do. They defend us from everything but themselves, and each other as well. I often wonder if criminals they deal with did more to hurt them or the people. But it could be worse. Core City is well protected against outside threats. That I must confess. What can you tell me about Chartists? Oh, da war eben noch ein Satz. Chartists are men and women of peace, knowledge, harmony. They come here to preach, not to kill. They bring us medication and teachings of science and rationality. In Core City, where everyone is obsessed with violence, Chartists might be those who turn their heads toward other things. In fact, never mind. I just hope their intentions are as true as their words. And despite my disapproval of oligarchy, I think Praetorian security will protect us from tunnelers. For their sake, the oligarchs and their servants, not ours, of course. What can you tell me about Hardcore City Bar? I don't visit such places, so I can't tell anything of use. I prefer my time well spent, rather than wasted. Let's discuss something else. That is a nice bracelet there. Where did you get it? He touches the bracelet, smiling, and then he displays it for you to see. It is a white metal bracelet with engravings resembling some sort of writing. It is also heavily ornamented with different and interesting shapes. It is a gift from my wife. The writing is in a language that is likely foreign to you, but it has a special meaning to us. It has the same color as Charon's. Is that thing made of super steel? Yes, it was made in a foundry years ago. There are furnaces there that can melt Charons, or at least had back then, when my wife was ordering the bracelet to be made. Actually, I think I was about the time they were making the 2 snake statues for Praetorian security headquarters. Yes, I remember, she told me she saw them there, unfinished. Why do you think the Faceless attacked Core City? I don't know. Tunnelers are a mystery to most of us, and so is the reason why they haven't tried pushing deeper into the city. I often think that oligarchs did something to antagonize them, but that may just be my bias. The city glorifies meaningless death and destruction, and that is why I think we will defend ourselves from tunnelers. However cruel they might be, I think they are likely to be worse than them. I'm looking... I'm looking for Terry and Laura Baker. They are merchants from Southgate Station. Have you seen them, perhaps? My memory is clear. Terry and Laura Baker, Southgaters, harmonious people. They often visit my store. Whenever they are in Core City, that is. He smiles. They were here around the time the big earthquake struck. They bought some components. Then they left. If memory serves me well, among other things, they needed 2 tree energy 1400 watt power supply units. I did not have those at the time. That is all the helpful information I can tell you. Still, as they were merchants, it was very likely that they visited other stores in Core City. Maybe someone else has answers you need. I'm looking for the acid hunters. I know nothing of these acid hunters. I'm sorry, but I can't help you. Show me what you have. Blueprint, EMP. Okay. Electronic Device, Electronic Parts, Energy Weapon. Eine und ein Blueprint. Bam. Noch 900 Wert, ja. Das kriege ich da nicht rausgekitzelt. Aber das passt doch schon mal. Trade. Ja. Dann sind wir immer noch hoffnungslos überladen. Davon abgesehen, dass ich noch Bolzen kaufen muss. Barrel. Jack Quicksilver. Da haben wir einen Weapon Store. General Store. Der Seer. A middle-aged woman smiles at you as soon as you enter the store. Her voice is bright and expressive, with constant but never too distracting changes in pitch and rhythm. Not surprisingly, her gesticulation matches the playfulness of her voice, something even surpassing it, which often makes you wonder if she's going to slam her arm against the desk or knock something over. However, nothing of the sort happens in your presence. Ah, newcomer, come in, I'm Dercia, the owner of this little store. Derika. It might be little, but the selection of available items is huge, so take your pick. I'd like to ask you some questions about the city. Yup, what can you tell me about Drop Zone? I never go to that filthy place. Why would I? It's full of those filthy disease-ridden zoners, and I don't recommend you go there either, unless you want to get robbed or perhaps enjoy the fragrant smells. Oh, and if you ever do go there for some unfortunate reason, don't even try tasting that barrel soup of theirs. That's my little advice. Okay, das ist jetzt doch eine Menge Text. What can you tell me about Arena? So you are here for our sport. That's dominating. You are not the only one though, she laughs. Just take the western exit from here and you will be right at the ticket booth. I personally love it, and I think it's safe to say that almost all citizens here love it, except for maybe a few odd people, like Halim, the merchant who owns the electronics store just next to me. But he's a weirdy dirty anyway. What can you tell me about the Gauntlet? It's a relatively new sport here. In Core City, contestants called runners move through dangerous rooms filled with traps and deadly critters. Whoever gets to the end lives, and it's as simple as that. The rest are plonkers, she laughs. It's all fun and games. Okay, what can you tell me about the oligarchy? Well, the oligarchs are Archibald Knight, Chief of Praetorians, Praetorian Security, then Gunnar Edstrom, owner of JKK, and a cute little man, but don't tell my hubby, she laughs, and Rupert Simmons, president of Cortec. They've been running Core City for years now, 2 of them right after the dissolution of Biocorp. Some people complain about how they run the city, but I think they do their jobs responsibly and efficiently, but that's just my opinion. What can you tell me about Cortec? Owned by Rupert Simmons, Cortec is sort of a successor to Biocorp, you know? Techy, sciencey stuff. I don't understand how they pull it all off, but do they make our lives easier here? And besides, how crushed it is to be able to buy a monitor and a plasma pistol manufactured by the same company. Oh, just yesterday Oscar showed me a new energy pistol Cortec made. Brand new model, forgot the name. Now if say Zooners won't rob you, you just zap those plonkers. I've been told only ashes remain after you zap someone, but I think that was just a figure of speech, she laughs. What can you tell me about JKK? Arena wouldn't have been this popular if it wasn't for JKK. No. For, you see, they developed a hardcore system for broadcasting it all over Underrail, and they also got those crushed tree monitors on the streets, so that even zoners can watch it. Though the ones in the drop zone get trashed from time to time, ungrateful plonkers. What can you tell me about the Praetorian Security? The Praetorians keep us safe from criminals and foreign attackers like the Faceless. My hubby works for them, and let me tell you, people around here don't appreciate what the Praetorians are doing for them. It's kind of sad, really. She lowers her voice. Don't trust those shortists. My hubby told me they dug out some hardcore stuff about them, and none of it is pretty. Just a heads up. What can you tell me about Hardcore City Bar? I like going there with my hubby. Lots of plonkers come there, but other than that, it's great. Hardcore actually, she laughs. Although, you don't have to be that hardcore to go there. Really, you don't. But it helps. She laughs. Let's discuss something else. Why do you think the Faceless invaded Core City? No idea, but whatever the reason, those buggers should zoom out of Core City. They came, they saw, they set up blockade. If it wasn't for them, plonkers, we'd have so much more tourists coming here. You know what I'm talking about? Tourists visit Arena, watch Gauntlet, leave some money in my little store. They could even stop by to see the shortest, she laughs. Now those roped freaks are an attraction. I'm looking for Terry and Laura Baker. They are merchants from Southgate Station. Have you seen them, perhaps? Husband and wife? Yeah, I remember them being here recently. Well, relatively recently. Just before the big earthquake. Yeah, that's when it was. They often visit my little store to pick up some items for your station. I like them. They are nice people. I don't know what happened to them after they left, though I think I saw them around the city a few times, cause the trains stopped for some time, but after that, no, haven't seen them again. That's all I can tell you, sorry. I'm looking for the Acid Hunters. Acid Hunters, you say? I saw them a couple of times at the bar. Quite some time ago, actually. They were really repulsive to me, and I wasn't exactly keen on knowing anything about them. Nope. Some scavengers they were, or something like that, you could ask at the bar. If they are regulars, Gene could perhaps know more about them. He knows a lot of stuff. Let's see what you got. Die will nichts kaufen, außer Bullets. Sehr unfortunate. Aber ein paar könnten wir auf jeden Fall loswerden. Könnten wahrscheinlich so ziemlich alle loswerden. Aber die sind eigentlich immer gut, um dann den Rest noch von anderen Waffen aufzufüllen. Trapper's belt, crossbow, micro shrapnel bullets, throwing knives. Quality 84, alter Falter. Rope. Persuasion decreased by 2. Plain old rope. Oh, ein paar Bolzen müssten wir kaufen. Ja. Kostet 1014. Ich schreib mir das mal auf. Shops, wir sind in Core City. Derisa. Die hat Black Cloth. Level Quality 84. Und Soft Padding Quality 69. Can we use when creating a suit of leather armor to provide extra protection against melee weapons? Na gut. Zum nächsten. Ja, aber da kommen jetzt noch einige Dialoge, fürchte ich. Wenn wir bei allen so reden können. Ich muss aber gerade nochmal rüberlaufen. Mit dem anderen ging, glaube ich, noch eine Treppe nach oben, oder? Stairs up, genau. Marcella. Excuse me, but what are you doing here? Okay. Dann gehen wir halt wieder runter. In den Weapon Store. Alphabet. Before you stands a man dressed as Junkyard. Large rucksack, out of which metal pipes, fishing rods and gun barrels stick out. Patched pockets full of forks, screwdrivers and used flares. Stained red-hound skin bags dangling from his belt, pulling on it as if they were full of lead-filled bowling balls. All these things combined must weigh twice as much as him. You feel and it forces you to simply stand in awe at the durability of this man's legs and back. Then he speaks through his mask. Excuse me, sir, but how would you like to buy these wonderful animal organs and leather? Or these chrome-plated quad handles? I, a well-known scavenger that goes by the name Alphabet, have so many unique and exciting trinkets to sell and only need a buyer. Why do you even carry all the junk with you? It's not junk if I can sell it. Don't be such a zoner. I loot everything I can, then I go to a station, sell all of it and earn some coins. Then go back to pick up things I couldn't carry with me. Then back to selling. Yeah, but the stupid merchants won't buy my loot. Loot! You really think you earn much by selling animal organs and scrap metal? Why don't you just drop all unnecessary things and just carry what's most valuable? Are you derailed? Why would I drop perfectly good organs when someone will eventually buy them? Yeah, I pick up valuable stuff. I pick up everything. And I sell everything. At least I try to. But the stupid merchants have this, like, limit on what and how much they'll buy. Who came up with that? I just want to maximize my loot selling potential. Although, my back is now going, well, kinda... Ja, I wish Wait didn't exist. Ja, genau. Ist schon eine nette Referenz hier zum Spiel. You think you will earn much by selling animal organs and scrap metal? It adds up, trust me. Bullet by bullet, heart by heart, battery by battery. Yeah, it just adds up. It takes a while, but that's how I do things. Alphabet notices a screw on the ground and bends over with some sort of effort to pick it up. Well, look at this treasure. What can you tell me about the arena? I never went there. I heard, listen to this. I heard they don't allow participants to loot the people they kill. What? Seriously? What? Come on, times are difficult. A man's gotta loot. What do you think the Faceless invaded Core City? Thanks for reminding me. There's a looting potential there. Yeah. I'm just gonna wait for them to kill each other, he grins. Then the looting can begin. Show me what you have. Der will gar nichts kaufen. Und hat auch echt nur Schrott. Außer ein Human Brain. Preserved Human Brain. Ich glaube, das kaufe ich. Wer weiß, für was man das brauchen kann. Und den einen Bolzen. So. Oscar! So, mit dem reden wir auch gerade noch. You see a boulder of a man encased in metal armor as he's inspecting an assault rifle. His eye is peering into the gun's chamber through the open ejection port, but an instant after you come into the store, it shifts to you. He lowers the rifle, closing the bolt simultaneously before setting it aside and greeting you with a mean face and a corresponding voice. Greetings, gunslinger. Need guns to exterminate your enemies? Need explosives to demolish anything that stands in your way? Need bullets to fuel your murderous urges? Or perhaps you need armor to protect your weak flesh from harm? If your answer is yes to any of those questions, then you've come to the right place. Welcome to Oscar's Armory. I'd like to ask you some questions about the city. Shoot, what can you tell me about the drop zone? That place is too hardcore for someone like you. Muggers and murderers at every corner, plagues, diseases and hardcore gangs. Even the terrain is against you. One wrong step and off you go, kiss the ground below. I mean, look, underclassed folks were forced to live there. They sort of built their own homes on the edges of Core City. That's hardcore, man. You gotta be hardcore to live there, that's for sure. What can you tell me about Arena? That's what I'm saying, man. That's where all the fun happens in Core City, other than Hardcore City Bar, of course, which is hardcore, and the Gauntlet, which is also hardcore. I go there all the time to watch bloodshed and hardcore domination. People come from every freaking where to see gladiators turn each other into pulp. It's so much fun. I'd shed a tear right now, but I'm a bit too hardcore for that. What can you tell me about the Gauntlet? Listen to this brilliant idea. You get a runner, some hardcore runner, and you, it could be a guy or a girl, and you let him go through these challenging rooms. But here's what's so hardcore about it. There are two other runners, and whoever finishes first pulls the lever and fries the other two, he laughs. So brutal, and the rooms are filled with traps and deadly creatures, hardcore stuff, and they get more difficult, and you don't know what's gonna come next. JKK broadcasts it every week. They have their dedicated channel for that. What can you tell me about the oligarchy? I'm just gonna say this. Knight, Edstrom and Simmons made Arena and Gauntlet possible. That's hardcore, and that's all that matters in Core City. The end. What can you tell me about Cortege? Listen man, Cortege built the whole system that makes the Gauntlet do its thing. Some hardcore elevator machinery. They are the future. And the weapons they make, man, they've got the stuff to blow up everything from Camp Haether to Fort Apogee and Foundry. So brutal, yet so hardcore. What can you tell me about JKK? If it wasn't for them, people all over Underrail wouldn't be able to watch arena broadcasts, which would be retarded. Let's face it, Arena now brings Arena to the people unfortunate enough to not being able to watch it live. You grab some burgers or barrel soup if you are from Drop Zone and watch people murder each other faces off, dominating. Oh, eine Antwort komplett ohne Hardcore. Praetorian Security. They are the largest armed force in Core City. Archibald Knight, Chief, used to be a Chief Security Officer at Biocorp before they fell apart some years ago. After all the ruckus with the Protectorate, he gathered some bad boys and enforced order in this place. And I used to be one of them. No one's as hardcore. Protectorate's got nothing on them. Nothing. The end. What can you tell me about Hardcore City Bar? Oh yeah, it's hardcore. Yeah, I am hardcore. I dominate and need a hardcore place to go. And I feel right at home every time I'm there. Some wimpy northerner, for example, will feel tiny nuzzle in that place cause he's a wimp. Well, anyway, the booth is hardcore, the crowd is hardcore, and even the chairs are hardcore. Trust me, I tried breaking a couple. What can you tell me about the Chartists? Well, first of all, they are not hardcore. They preach some evolution knowledge, genetic mumbo-jumbo my brain can't seem to digest. Who cares about that stuff anyway? They should just zoom out of here and go back to Upper Underrail. They do have paid the Faceless, which is decent, but not hardcore enough. And second, they are not brutal, even in some grandma form. From Drop Zone is more brutal, yeah. Let's discuss something else. Can you tell me something about a man called Alphabet? Oscar's face rearranges itself into a less mean expression. Please don't ask me that again. I'd rather not talk about that thing. What do you think about the Faceless? Why do you think the Faceless invaded Core City? To get dominated, that's why, and if they get anywhere near me, I'm going to be the one zoning them out. I used to work for Praetorian Security, yeah. I dominated in training, dominated in the streets, dominated. I was the most hardcore enforcer. Anyway, the Faceless, if they get in here, they are gonna get some Oscar Nation, get it? It's Oscar and domination, Oscar Nation. Wait, that sounds like a nation of Oscars. He turns his head aside and ponders away. What do you think, the Fest? I'm looking for Terry and Laura Baker. They are merchants from Southgate Station. Have you seen them, perhaps? Never heard of them. And if I never heard of them, then they aren't hardcore. Face it. Fact. Hence, I can't help you. The only way I can help is by offering some dominating firepower. Interested? I'm looking for the Acid Hunters. You mean Cornell's gang? I know about him. He's pretty hardcore. Not the most hardcore, mind you, but he is respectably hardcore. He comes by from time to purchase some guns, man. Let me think. He hasn't been here in a while, but I think someone told about recently seeing someone from his gang around the Core City docks. I think it was docks. Show me what you have. 6 Firearm-Parts, 4 Firearms, Tactical West, Ryan Armors, okay, da kauft haufenweise Schrott. Groin Guard. Lifting Belt. Metal Armor, Metal Helmet, Riot Gear. Sniper Rifle. Das ist nichts für mich mit dabei. Tornado, Quality 73. Monsoon. Okay. Core City. Oscar. Crossbow Parts. Monsoon. Quality 91. Ich habe einen Hurricane. Da müsste ich mal genau die Unterschiede mir angucken. Cyclone 82. Hurricane, Monsoon. High Resolution Digital Scope. High Precision Targeting. Aha. Soft padding steel helmet. Detection decreased. Okay. Die beiden Sachen, die könnten wir eigentlich auch zerlegen in Metal Scraps. Oh ja. Das ist nur 50 wert. Das lohnt sich gar nicht zu verkaufen eigentlich. Bam. Und damit hat er schon alles in Geld. Okay. Aber das kostet 5000. Da hatten noch 3900. Dann wir die austauschen. Noch 20 sind 600. Und dann könnten wir damit den restlichen Betrag rausquetschen. Na, das will er nicht mehr. Jetzt 170. Gut, die hätte ich natürlich auch woanders verkaufen können. Noch 90. Na komm. Auch weg. Wobei wir auch noch die Bolzen mitnehmen könnten, wenn er welche hat. Ne, sieht mir nicht danach aus. Ich sehe gerade keine. Ja. Jo, Trade. Batsch. Sind wir immer noch überladen. Dann mache ich hier auch erstmal wieder einen Schnitt und dann erkunden wir beim nächsten Mal weiter. Bis dann!